Postponement of the presidential and National Assembly elections have continued to draw negative reactions from the business world. A number of businesses were halted as a result of expected election activities on that day, while Adeshewa Odushoga has been finding out the effect on the Nigerian economy.
Nigeria arguably experienced an economic shutdown on February 16, 2019. On this day, the country was brought to a standstill as residents, businesses, and even borders halted all activities in anticipation for the presidential and National Assembly elections. They, however, dealt a heavy blow when the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) announced the postponement of the polls. Financial experts who have been reacting since the announcement say the country lost so much within the 24 hours of business shutdown.
By our own estimation, if you take into account the effects on the economy shortly before the date that the election was supposed to take place, and on the very day that the election was supposed to take place, our estimation is that the economy has lost an estimated $1.5 billion. So it's quite horrendous. Investors suffered losses, individuals suffered losses, SMEs, large enterprises, the political parties, and even the government. So it was a huge cost to virtually everybody across sectors and across the length and breadth of this country.
Over the years, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has continued to inject more money into the foreign exchange market to strengthen the value of the naira in the market. But unfortunately, the foreign reserves fell on February 14, 2 days before the initial date for the election, and many have continued to attribute the election as a factor. But Analyst speaks otherwise.
Generally, the election has had some macroeconomic level effects even before the postponement. Because what we have found is that generally during periods of elections, there are issues with confidence, there are issues with regard to uncertainty in the economy, and all these things have a way of slowing down economic activities. It has a way of impacting negatively on investors' confidence. So generally, that has been the context in which investors behave. So that is why most times when you are in an election season, there is always a downturn in the level of economic activities. The drop in foreign reserves is not particularly significant. It's actually less than 1%. So it's not something, at least for now, that you can really strongly attribute to the postponement of the election. It's part of the general context of impact that the election season brings to bear on the economy.
With the Nigerian Stock Exchange losing a sum of $196 billion due to the election postponement, Analyst believes investors lost confidence and are afraid of taking the risk during this period.
If at the end of the day we're able to have an election that is credible, that is fair, I'm sure that confidence will begin to return, both to the larger economy and even to the stock market. So if we're able to get it right and you have a restoration of confidence, then it will be possible for the markets and the economy itself to begin to recover. So what we are hoping for is that at the end of the day we have an outcome that is credible, that inspires confidence. Because investment is about expectations, it's about confidence. If we're able to come up with an outcome that inspires confidence, then the economy will surely will have a rebound, whether in the capital market, stock market, or in the larger economy.
The Independent National Electoral Commission have since taken blame for the sudden postponement and short notice. But as it stands, Analyst believes the probability of recovering the number of losses recorded is very slim. Adeshewa Odushoga, TV360, Nigeria.